All right, so this is for Monday, the 1st of February. Happy February. So I'm not going to be here, so I'm just going to walk you through what you're going to do in class. Same thing if you're a junior or if you're a senior. Be nice to the sub, and we will pick up kind of where we left off on Tuesday. So this is our homepage. The Canvas course should be published, so you should have access to our new Canvas course. Same as last quarter. Head over to modules, and a couple of things you'll find in modules are maybe you weren't in our class, maybe you transferred in this quarter. So I have a PowerPoint all about like who I am and some of my backgrounds. If you want to check that out, that's there. Let's see. Here is where you are going to be working today. Same thing as last quarter. If you're ever confused about where class stuff is, right, find the one that matches the date for class. Real quick, just as we head into the quarter, right, we have all of these files, different things for you that I think are interesting or potentially helpful to your education. So you can check out some of those writing resources, reading lists, copies of poems, books that I like, just things that I think are helpful in education. So go ahead and open up today's page, Monday 2/1. It's not quite finished yet, but what you'll see here when you get there is a link to a Google form that looks like this. And in the Google form, I'm just going to ask you what class you're in, right? So we can kind of do attendance. Let's add in a name question real quick. So let's just add that in, right? Because I want to know who's filling this out. And, if you do a good job, maybe we can use it for a standard. What's your name? Question mark. And there you go. So check off what class you're in, check off what's your name. Then kind of give me a peek into your life over the last 10 weeks. How have you been? What's your general mood, disposition? Like, has it been a good time? Has it been hard? Right? So give me a little insight into just kind of, how you feel when you wake up, how you feel when you go to bed. And what's an update from your life that I should know about? I'm sure for a lot of us, things have changed, whether it be socially, mentally, emotionally, physically even, right? What's different from the last time we were together? Good, bad, right? Just let me know, help me get some insight into your life and how you've been doing. List the 3 things you remember from first quarter. You can kind of take that as vague or specific as you want, but things we did together, things we watched, things we read, or things we learned or talked about. What do you actually like? What do you remember, right? Because some of what we're doing will have us kind of calling back to last quarter. Here's a reminder for if you had an F or an I last quarter, that if you pass this quarter with a B or better, I'll actually go back and change your first quarter grade to C, right? That's the purpose of standards-based grading, is you demonstrate mastery over the standards, and I'll have that be reflected in your grade. So keep that in mind this quarter. I know some of us were concerned about contracts or did not make contracts last quarter. So everyone who had an F, this is your contract now. So the things we're learning about this quarter are a little bit flexible. For seniors, it all has to be kind of in the realm of poetry. But for juniors, it's much more open because we are looking specifically at lenses. So we have one text picked out that I'm thinking about changing. And I've also been thinking about diving into Afrofuturism, which would mean we get to read some fun stuff, but also maybe watch, parts of Black Panther, or some of the recent works that have come out in that genre. So if there's something you are interested in learning about this quarter that you think we could, weave into what we do here in English class, let me know what that is. Another way to phrase that question is, what's something you would be sad about once you graduate, looking back and realizing like, oh, in high school, we never talked about this. We never did this in high school. So that could help guide me and how we plan classes and how we plan the quarter. This one's kind of a trick question, is what have you been reading for fun recently? I hope you have been reading for fun. I've been reading Educated. I'm almost done with it. Stayed up till 1 a.m. last night reading. Almost done. But what have you been reading for fun? So you probably have to copy and paste this link right here to take you to our Google Drive full of books. It looks like, I have it open. I do. It looks like this. So we've looked at it last quarter. but it has tons of books in here, as well as short stories, books in Spanish, audiobooks. So, kind of poke around, find something you think might be interesting. We got lots of stuff in here and some new ones too. So find one you might be interested in reading and let me know what that is. I think throughout the quarter, maybe with both classes, but definitely with the seniors, we might just kind of read a book for fun together, just to kind of ground our work in one thing that we all read together. So that's something I'm thinking about. I'll run it by you once we're together in class and see what we think. And I think that's all I'm really asking you to do in class today. Yeah, I can't think of anything else besides I'm excited to be back with you. And I think this quarter will be a good time. And if if English is not your favorite thing, then hey, at least we're going to be done after it. So I will see you hopefully on Tuesday. Yeah, and we'll go from there.